Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole, and you're listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, bringing you the latest exclusive breaking news, previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday, and interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy. Use promo code Wrestling with E for 10% off your next purchase. And of course, we are also sponsored by Player One Coffee. I am, of course, your host, that guy, James J., alongside the leader of Squash Squad, Kaliko Yachts, who may be joining us later, but who is joining us right now, the American Scooter Dust.
According to recent polling, I am still Scooter Dust.
Was there a doubt?
Eh,
And it's a great day for wrestling. As last week on the show, we interviewed Alexia Nicole. Alexia just did her first match in quite some time as well, so we really do wish her the best, and hopefully some magic comes her way in the very near future as well. And next week on the show, we have a stacked week of a lot of great content. It's Survivor Series weekend, and we are doing a Survivor Series weekend-long shows. Tomorrow you can find trivia with Conrad Cushman. You are defending your title, Scooter.
yes, I am. And am I still the champion? You'll have to wait and see.
I mean, it's tomorrow, so you might be dethroned. We also have a watch along with Clay Wilson of his match against Holden Albright. We have a watch along with Joel Bateman, the Smash Head, of his match, of a match very infamous in Australian history. Lobo versus Mad Dog in a barbed wire reigning thumbtacks match. If you ever was curious about Australian wrestling and its history, that is the episode you're going to get a crash course on. Of course, on Wednesday we have an interview with Billy Starks. Then we have another watch along with the Runway, Calvin Control, and Tyler Klein of their Fashionista Street Fight. We have the Summer of Kaliko watch along from SummerSlam that we just didn't do because we just didn't have time at that time. And a couple of Survivor Series watch alongs as well. So join us all this week for all that amazing content. And it was not that we're done putting ourselves over. It was maybe not such a great week for some wrestling nostalgia fans. Judy Bagwell died. Best known for being put on a forklift, Judy Bagwell on a pole match, as it is called.
Not even the good kind of pole.
Scooter, do you have anything to say on Judy?
Well, Judy, of course, the mother of former WCW / one night WWE superstar Marcus Alexander Buff Horatio Jefferson Magellan Bagwell. He didn't either. Judy. What can you say about a mother who gets involved in her son's job? Is oh God. Famous for being infamous is the best way to describe Judy Bagwell, who got involved with her son's run in WCW, surprisingly before WCW had that big old set redesign. I mean, yes, there's the Judy Bagwell on the pole match. We never know. We won't know if she was a fan of her son's stint on Gigolos. But she is the first. She goes down in history as the first female to be part of a team, the first female to hold the WCW World Tag Team titles, with Rick Steiner after
Rick Steiner, not Ron Draper, correct?
Yes, not Rex Steiner, not Scott Steiner, not Rex Steiner, not Frankensteiner, but Rick Steiner. And yes, as mentioned, the forklift on a pole match from New Blood Rising 2000. Most wrestling fans call it the denouement of Vince Russo's time, and yeah, the end of Vince Russo in WCW. The match was between Buff Bagwell and sadly, and I hate, God, this just gets worse, Chris Kanyon.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, other than that, she was a good sport. There was nothing but good things said about her. She took everything in jest, and Buff still says if she were still with us, she would still be able to beat him in the ring.
And of course, thoughts and prayers go out to the family. Some odd news this coming out this week. It was reported that Bray Wyatt is doing a movie. Well,
I think even more than that, the claim that Tony Khan has had no contact with Bray Wyatt whatsoever.
well, probably a lot of people. The president of the owner of GCW said that he hasn't been in contact with Bray either. I know that Impact reached out to him, but I don't know if there has been any actual communication. Um, I don't want to say Bray Wyatt's done with wrestling, but is he kind of biding his time for a return to WWE, or could he be actually done with wrestling?
I don't know. What I find interesting is the way this movie is being described. It's being described as a cross of Japanese gonzo gangster horror movie Ishi the Killer combined with the musical fantasy romance Xanadu, starring Olivia Newton-John as a Greek goddess who opens a disco in Los Angeles. So it's gonna have killing and disco. Those are two things I really think of when I think of Bray Wyatt, who will be performing and getting IMDb credits under his real name, Wyndham Rotunda. That's funny. His last name is Rotunda, and he is rotund.
Very true. I know we're a long way out from it. Do you see this last disco movie getting an Academy Award now?
I I see it getting streamed on Tubi, and that's being generous.
So moderately successful.
I mean, if somebody manages to show it on a projector in their backyard, I'll be surprised.
Oh, come on. You're not mildly curious what this is going to look like or what it's going to be?
I mean, we know Bray Wyatt can act.
But can he dance and disco?
Can he rollerblade? That's the question.
Can he rollerblade disco?
I mean, yeah, but a friggin' the way it's described as a friggin' Japanese gangster horror movie combined with roller disco starring Olivia Newton-John and Gene Kelly from Singing in the Rain. Well, Moses supposes this movie's gonna suck.
Everything you say, my mind goes to Escape New York with oh god, what is his name? Now I'm blanking on
Wait,
the
wait, what is it? What does it
the
remind you of?
actor in Escape New York.
Oh, Kurt Russell?
Why is my mind going to Kurt Russell in Saturday Night Fever?
Because Kurt Russell wasn't in Saturday Night. Oh, but you're thinking it's like
In a
you're
fusion,
thinking
yes.
you're thinking Snake Plissken in Saturday Night Fever. That's a very interesting analogy.
Oh god, before we make this even worse, let's
John Carpenter's Xanadu.
Stevie Ray, brother of Booker T, recently did an interview, and he
Not
called
us.
Steve Austin a Daisy Duke, bald-headed, bad-knee guy that beats up women.
Tell me he did not just say that.
He definitely said that.
I told you not to tell me.
Well, I'm telling you, he said that. He said it. It happened. Yeah. So, Stevie Ray, it's funny how we talk about Marty Jannetty being kind of getting wiped off the face of the earth after Shawn Michaels split up from him. We never say they got Stevie Ray, though.
Well, I mean, Stevie Ray wasn't on and off of drugs constantly, and Stevie Ray wasn't into hookers and blackjack.
That we know of. But I'm not saying the personal life and the personal issues. I'm saying the success of a tag team partner, because obviously Booker T went on to become one of the greatest of all times, and Stevie Ray is just kind of known as his time with Harlem Heat. Nothing disparaging about that tag team, but there was nothing came out of that for him afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, you could say he got Ahmed Johnson's.
Yeah, that. But was he ever? He wasn't in a tag team or billed as a tag team guy.
But he was part of a stable with Stevie Ray.
Was
You don't remember Ahmed Johnson's time in WCW 2000.
I did not watch WCW 2000.
He went by the name. This is when Booker T was feuding with Stevie and Clarence Mason, who was in WCW, and now I'm just remembering that. It sounded like he gargled razor blades. They were feuding over a letter of the alphabet, and
Still sounds better than shampoo.
I mean, that's when Booker T simply became Booker,
Damn.
and Ahmed Johnson was Big T.
Oh, you didn't go the other route with it, Mr. T?
I think he wanted Mr. Eat the Reef. But yeah, so yeah, you had Stevie Ray, Clarence Mason, Big T, Ahmed Johnson, who Stevie Ray really didn't have the string of bad luck like Marty Jannetty, but he didn't have the real success either. So he was kind of.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. Like, then again, isn't this stuff we already knew about Austin? Not to, it's not okay behavior by any means,
I
but
think we already knew.
we know he's had incidents in the past where he unfortunately had some issues with Deborah.
Right, true.
and and
We also know that he's bald headed and that he has bad knees. That's definitely
and
been recorded.
and he has worn shorts. I don't think he's worn Daisy Dukes. I mean, let's be honest. Austin doesn't have the ass for Daisy Dukes.
No, he really doesn't. And I think even Big Show brought that up once in an interview. His pasty white ass. Um, Now to maybe a bit of good news. Randy Orton helped a young fan that was kind of getting pushed against the barricade during a live event in the UK. Yeah, the big bad white boy has a heart of gold. Did we notice, or is this a positive story?
I didn't see any mention of this.
Yeah, on social media, there was video. There was the crowd was bombarding the guardrail, and there was a young fan that was getting pressed into the guardrail, and he told them go back, and he checked on this young fan.
Okay. Yes, it was a child. I think Orton may have gone into never can be heel again territory.
You think it was that big of a face turn?
I mean, this is that is okay. I'm looking at this clip now, and even the friggin' adults are being assholes. The assholes are there with their friggin' cameras, like, oh hey, hey, let me tape this. Oh, like, Dad, come on, help me. Shut up, it's Randy Orton. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and Randy Orton walks away like, kid, I am so sorry you have a father like that. Talk to me after the show. We'll see about me adopting you.
Doesn't he have
Seriously,
enough adopted children at this point?
it's something like this that can make people forget you used to drop a deuce in people's gym bags. Um,
And make them shake your hand after scratching your crotch raw.
I mean, I do that all the time, so I just don't tell people I've scratched my crotch. So, uh,
Remind me never to shake your hand.
you already have. No, yeah, Randy is. This is yeah, they'll milk this for all it's worth.
Oh, you think that WWE is going to use this as a he's
Uh,
not that bad of a guy type thing, or
oh, I think they're gonna have Riddle push it.
that could be a possibility. Yeah. Well, unless
Uh,
you have any little tidbits of the
ah,
news,
I do.
yeah.
I actually do. Uh, First of all, the rumors that a certain superstar who was very high on the WWE totem pole could be returning to be a certain shaman for MSK. Of course, I'm talking about Rob Van Dam, but congratulations go out to Rob Van Dam, who married his new longtime girlfriend, Katie Forbes. They were married 2 nights ago in Las Vegas.
Oh,
Uh,
congratulations.
guess who was in attendance?
Who?
Karrion Cross and Scarlett.
Oh, well, aren't they from Las Vegas?
Yes, but guess who did the ceremony?
Damian Priest?
Candice Michelle.
The fuck? Really?
Yep, and guess who was the ring bearer?
Paul? No, Paul's dead. Oh, uh, who?
Katie's ass.
Ah,
It's a nice ass. No, seriously. Uh, yes, Rob Van Dam married for I think this is the 13th time. And of course he's what he wears that traditional RVD black tux with the red rose. Um,
it's a classic.
me- Meanwhile, Karrion Cross has grown his hair back.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Holy hell. Oh
What?
my god.
What a man.
He has grown his hair back, and there's a picture of RBD, Katie Forbes, Scarlett and Carrion, and it's an animated GIF, and it basically it's Carrion going for a boob squeeze.
On Scarlet?
Yes, on Scarlet. That'd be really weird if that was on if it was Katie. I mean, Katie might like that given uh
All I know is RVD and her spent a lot of time in the hot tub, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, congratulations to Bob Van Dam and Katie Forbes. And
uh
Killian Cross. What did he blow? Did he sneeze and hold his nose and it just kind of popped out?
I guess so. Um Yeah, meanwhile, yes, it is November and it is 25 years of The Rock. So uh what does the WWE do? Well, of course, they do a photo shoot representing stages of The Rock's career. You have you have Damian Priest as the corporate champion Rock.
Classic.
You have Matt Riddle as Rocky Maivia.
Yeah.
Complete with the blue tights and the friggin' purple tassel, and with the curly hair,
He nailed the hair, I'll say that.
and and of course you have that the freshly turned heel Rock, and of course they went with the obvious choice, Rhea Ripley.
Not, yeah, no, not one of them, mm, I don't know how to say this, not one of them is,
I
black.
mean, eh, yeah, well, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear this was a very bad Photoshop.
Just sounds like a very bad idea.
I mean, it's not like Riddle and Ripley are in blackface. I mean,
No, but, I mean, they, they couldn't get anybody else. I'll say this: Damien Priest, he rocked that. He looked legitimately like The Rock. Um, the rest, I
The
mean,
Rock
real,
liked it. The
real
Rock liked.
rock like, yeah.
Uh oh in and in even more news, I will be cucking Zack Ryder and Chelsea Green later tonight. All right, no, I'm kidding. Um,
US.
yes, Zack does wish. Could we be seeing the return, or rather, the debut of Corey Graves? Now, if you watched Raw this past week, both Corey Graves and Byron Saxton became 24/7 champion. Yes, it's official. Byron Saxton is now a former WWE champion. It's in the books. It's canon. But now Corey has got the itch to wrestle again, and not just with Carmella in the bedroom.
Like he could win that fight. Did he say specifically that he was going to try and get clear?
It was one tweet, I kind of want to wrestle again. And my response was, well, I want to be in a 50 hooker gangbang, but some things just ain't happening.
Hey, with the medicine that we have today in medical, it's certainly possible.
I mean, yes, I mean the medicine for for 50 hooker gangbangs is incredible. But no, he put out two more tweets after it. Uh, Second one saying, "I won a championship in WWE without ever stepping into the ring. I also lost it in the same way, but let's not focus on the minutiae." And then finally, "I was put on this earth to do something. What I'm doing is not it."
Oh, so he's going into it hard.
That's what Carmella said.
No, it's not. We know it. Um, I mean, Corey Graves, the announcer, is okay, but would he be anything significant as Corey Graves, the wrestler?
I mean, I think if Corey Graves can get back in the ring, then certainly there's hope for Xavier Woods to unblock me from Twitter. So
And I think that will conclude our coverage of the news. Did you have a last? Was that the last piece?
yes.
Right, and we will conclude the news for now. And now a quick word from our sponsors.
Rogue Energy, the only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, whether it be juices, shakes, smoothies, and everything else in between. Their low calorie, no sugar energy formula is the perfect alternative to sugar filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Their extreme formula provides the most energy, focus, and sports performance possible. Their hydration line offers focus, ingredients without the added caffeine. Drink it anytime you're thirsty. And their shake formula is so delicious. Who doesn't love a cookies and cream, 0 calorie energy milkshake? First and foremost, they've designed every Rogue product line with performance and effectiveness in mind. It is critical that you look at the nutrition panels of drinks when comparing options. There are countless off brands out there that are presenting low quality, poorly dosed formulas that amount to expensive caffeine water. Every formula they produce is designed with optimal levels of high quality ingredients. Additionally, you won't find a powdered gaming drink brand that dissolves better. No need to have chalky textures in your drink. Their taste profiles are unmatched, specifically designed for gamers, athletes, students, entrepreneurs, people with hectic schedules, individuals with low energy, podcasters who can't shut up, people who are health conscious, and so much more. Great as both a pre-workout and as a coffee energy drink replacement. Specifically designed every Rogue product line to be the best gaming drink on the planet. Rogue Energy, more focus, more wins.
Use promo code WrestlingWithE for 10% off your next purchase. And we are wrestling with WWE Survivor Series preview. It's next week, and we only have maybe like 2 actually matches confirmed. I'm assuming that more the championship versus the WWE versus Universal is going to be announced. The Intercontinental versus United States. Um, what do you feel? What do you think that they haven't announced the full card yet? Do they know?
Well, they've announced the teams.
They announced the teams, and Becky is fighting Charlotte.
So the women's match is set. And the women's team match is set. The men's team is match is set as well. But yes, we'll probably get Damian Priest versus Shinsuke. and the Usos against RK Bro.
Kind of feels like maybe Survivor Series snuck up on them this time around.
Yeah,
Because all of this kind of should have been announced right after Crown Jewel, and it wasn't. So we'll kind of go with the predictions and the matches we're assuming are happening with the matches that are already confirmed. We got the traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match for the females. We got Queen Zelina Vega, Carmella, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Fresh Prince of Bel-Air versus Sasha Banks, Shotzi Blackheart, um, Shayna Baszler, Natalya, and Alea.
Oh, as of right now, based on what's happened on SmackDown, I believe Aaliyah is out.
Oh, okay, well,
Um, whether or not that still is the case remains to be seen. Of course, we have yet to watch SmackDown, so we shall see.
I mean, if Aaliyah is actually in this match, did anybody really expect anything of her? She couldn't get a win on NXT, which
I mean,
has the more legitimate talent. Well, when it
I
had the
mean,
more legitimate talent.
I would expect Aaliyah the singer to rise up out of the grave more than I'd expect Aaliyah the wrestler to be in this match.
Hmm. Do we have a Ouija board available?
I have a wedgie board available.
Who wins the match, Scooter?
Well, whoever wins, we lose. So,
Raw?
yeah, it's Raw. SmackDown supposedly can't hold it together.
Now we got the men's side of the 5-on-5 match. We got Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, Xavier Woods, Sami Zayn, and Happy Corbin.
Uh, now, again, Sammy may be out. Because all the things I'm saying, all the places I'm seeing, it's saying the TBA. Of course,
Who's
now
TBA?
that
Is that a new wrestler?
it's the big ass. The TBA championship. So whether or not this is going to be anything worthwhile, the biggest thing that's coming out of this is a Dominic Mysterio heel turn.
Will that happen at Survivor Series? Or
Most likely, yes.
and of course, this is for brand supremacy and all that good stuff. But Xavier Woods actually did not have a terrible idea. I know. Hellflow's over. He made the pitch that the winning team at the Survivor Series should get the last 5 spots in the Royal Rumble, and the losers get the first 5 spots in the Royal Rumble. Would that actually happen, and would that make this any more interesting?
No,
It wouldn't?
because you have to assume that all 5 survive.
No, not
Or-
that all the surviving team, all 5 of them get the last 5 spots, assuming they would fight out for number 30.
Well, what if the 3 people survive? Do they just get the last 3 spots? What about the other 2 that got eliminated? Do they get anything?
Um, I'm sure it's kind of a work in progress type thing, but
See, there,
it is an
see, there,
interesting
there,
concept.
it's an interesting concept, but there's a hole in it in that. So, uh, you know, you know, I think a much more interesting stipulation is the winning brand gets the WrestleMania main event
But then that totally clips the wings out of the
for night 1.
for night 1.
For night 1,
But
and then it can be a draw, and then this can be absolutely nothing like it does now.
well, who wins the match? Raw or SmackDown? Is it even a question?
Considering it's going down in my backyard and I won't even be in my backyard, um, is it too much to hope that this gets canceled? Because at this point, they might as well just have canceled Survivor Series and just focused on friggin' TLC.
Which
This is
isn't happening.
exactly.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Hey, how many times are they going to do the Raw versus SmackDown gimmick? Okay, 1 year it's cool. 2 years, okay, why are you doing this again? Alright, whatever. Dream, 3 times, okay, well you brought NXT into it, so it's a little bit more interesting. 4 without NXT, why? Just why? Would it be more interesting if they would have maybe did a War Games instead of a Survivor Series? Because as of now, NXT isn't doing it.
Yes, they are. December 5th.
Did William Regal screen War Games?
No, but it's well, it's gonna be God, I
Toxic
believe right.
Pancakes, I mean Attraction. They
Uh,
have to be in there.
yes. Uh, Toxic Attraction, Dakota Kai, Raquel, um,
EO and Zoe.
uh, no, Zoe's injured.
Oh,
Uh, Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro.
that's kind of lopsided.
Well, they've been pushing Catanzaro and Carter, uh,
Push them off a
essentially
bridge.
to no, because Catanzaro will just cling on to something and crawl her way back up.
If she doesn't hurt her leg again. Um, if this match actually happens, RK Bro versus the Usos. It's only an interesting match, I would say.
See, this is where I probably would have said, you know what, screw that. Do New Day, Bloodline, War Games.
That would have been interesting. But it has to be 4-on-4, correct?
No, it's been 3-on-3-on-3.
But then what would be the other three?
See that there you have like a wild card.
Maybe Von Breakker? Promoting the son of a bitch.
Braun Breaker, his father, and Chucky.
That's a main event in any Tokyo Dome, if I could say
Uh,
so
uh,
myself.
Speaking of which, yes, Rick Steiner was in fact supposed to be at Halloween Havoc, and he was supposed to beat the shit out of a Chucky doll.
For the two people that actually knew that he was abducted by Chucky in WCW or whatever happened there, I'm assuming
Yeah,
RoboCop saved him, and then Kiss played Rock and Roll All Night.
it's the Detroit Rock City, like, yeah.
The Wicked Witch of the East was there.
Your brother is better. And I'm gonna stab you in the testicles.
If this match actually happens, Randy Orton, OK Bro, Usos, who wins?
Arcade Bro.
One match that is actually confirmed, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. Maybe one of the more interesting rivalries on this paid preview, considering that there is real life backstage heat between these two girls.
Yes, that real life backstage kayfabe heat.
Right. That was addressed in interviews. Who do you say wins this one?
AEW wins. No. Yeah, I'm also pretty sure we did this backwards.
In what way?
Because Full Gear's tonight.
We did Full Gear last.
I know, but it feels so wrong. Uh, uh, Becky wins, but again, why should I care?
Well, I was gonna say there would be a screwy finish, and it goes to double disqualification or double countout or something where neither girl loses, so nobody has to.
So basically, Bailey comes back.
That's a possibility. But Bailey is SmackDown, unless they changed it. As far as I know,
mean,
she was still on SmackDown.
She technically wasn't drafted in the new draft.
So they could do whatever they want with her.
And anybody who wasn't drafted in this new draft can can be part of whichever show they want.
Even AEW?
Bailey could even be part of 205 Live.
That seems like a downgrade.
I don't know. It depends if she talks to our supervisors.
Who's supervisors?
I don't know. I mean, she's got the Karen haircut.
Oh, okay. Next match that is, we're assuming is happening, maybe not happening, but who knows? Things could be royally screwed up by the time we get to Survivor Series in 1 week. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Damian Priest. What do you think about, first and foremost, what do you think about this new Damian Priest Saint Sinner gimmick he's got going on.
I mean, that's kind of what he's always been since, being Damian Priest. I mean, yeah, I'm still waiting for. And by the way, does anybody remember that Damian Priest is still the United States champion?
I had to remember. I had to Google it for this podcast right now. Yes.
I mean, we only remember Shinsuke as champion because of Rick Boo,
Very true.
who's always singing the praises of Shinsuke Nakamura. You'll get DMCA'd.
Don't strain yourself, Scooter.
What? Oh no, I threw my voice out. Ah, damn it. Oh god. I don't. I'd rather be waterboarded.
No, that's not fair. I think if this match actually does happen, it's going to actually be a good match. Do you feel like Nakamura has done you dirty when it comes to a well-performed wrestling match?
I mean, fan cannot live on great match alone.
Well, there's been no
Uh,
build-up to literally anything.
exactly. I mean, they could have at least announced it.
Right.
And I bet you $1 Brazilian it ends up being on the pre-show.
Well, that could be a SmackDown versus Raw tag team 5-on-5 traditional 5 Survivor Series match. We
Are we
don't
sure
know.
are we sure there are enough people left?
This match sponsored by Ring of Honor. We got some of their guys from their recent closure.
We bought contracts at a thrift store.
They were 50% off.
With the Groupon.
Now that's a good buy. Then we have the women's one, the women's championship match, the Intercontinental versus United States, tag team. Then that only leaves us with Big E versus Roman Reigns.
Oh wait, you forget about the NXT Cruiserweight Champion versus the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest Champion. Yeah,
We got Johnny Chestnut.
I don't know. I am done. I need turkey. I need stuffing. I need a tryptophan coma. Roman Biggie. Okay, great, good. Little to no interaction whatsoever. Again, no one will care if they don't. So, you know what? I feel like I shouldn't give a winner on this match. Because in the end, it just will not matter.
Well, I mean, if somebody can beat Roman without it really hurting Roman at this point, Big E would be substantial in doing that. I mean, look at
Won't,
last
but
year when Roman beat Drew. that did wonders for for Roman, and promoting the head of the table, the tribal chief gimmick. Um, there's a possibility that Roman does it for Big E.
No. No.
Don't think so.
Nope.
Well, I believe there's one more match. Fox versus USA. Do they give a shit about a pay-per-view that's not on either of their networks, but their supposed brands being put up against each other?
Wait. What?
Fox and USA
Oh,
Network.
Fox. Oh, okay, Fox and USA. Um,
Is Fox saying fuck?
Fox. You are watching Fox. We don't give a Fox.
Fox, we don't give a fox?
I mean, Fox could hold the World Pooping Championship, and I'd be more interested in watching that than Survivor Series. Oh my god, I am very drunk, and you'll have to be too to watch Survivor Series.
And of course, how should people listen to Survivor Series?
Well, first they should take red hot pokers and poke their eyes out, just so that they don't have to watch it. But they should listen to it with their, their ear holes and listen to the remix because we're like a hemorrhoid. We're gonna tear the Survivor Series a new asshole.
You know how to make a co-host feel special, Stu.
Oh my God, we you you're gonna laugh so much that you're gonna have to put on 2 pairs of Depends.
Because you can depend on us. Boom.
To make you crap your pants.
So, Roman beats Biggie.
Yes.
Alright? And that will conclude our coverage of WWE Survivor Series. Of course, you can watch it next week. I would say in 2 weeks we'll have a review of that, but we are not going to be on. And in 2 weeks, will we even care about the Survivor Series?
I mean, we'll be looking forward so much to day one.
Ish.
Day one is not ish.
It should be day one ish.
Day one is J. Okay.
If they started at 11:59,
That is day two ish.
no, that's day one ish. The day before.
Just do it in Denmark and so it could be day nish.
Well, that'll conclude our coverage of Survivor Series.
Thank God.
If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, go on YouTube, Castbox. Of course, this was sponsored by World Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us all week for all the fun festivities for Survivor Series weekend, because we know that Survivor Series is definitely going to be a banger. Of course, this Wednesday, Billy Stark's interview. Keep tabs on who we have in the lineup for interviews on our social media at Wrestling with E, both on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me at JamesJ993, follow Kaliko at IamKaliko, and where can they find Scooter?
Well, when you can find me not hanging myself over Survivor Series, you can, of course, find me on Twitter at ScooterDust. Of course, check out the remix for all your Survivor Series shenanigans and foibles. And, of course, check out the antics of myself along with Rico Constantino Jr. and our compatriots on the Smoking Dragons Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Smoking Dragons.
For Kaliko Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
On a pole.
Hey guys, this is Brutal Bob Evans from Hangs with Bob Seminars and TheWrestleLife.com, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.